Today we have some breaking news regarding the next Red Dead Online update and what to expect. We have reputable sources leaking a huge piece of what is set to be released in the next Red Dead Online update, and if anyone is kind of taking a break from Red Dead until we get something new, that time may be very soon, so sit tight and we're going to dive into each piece of brand new intel in today's video. Tomorrow is also Tuesday, which means we have another weekly content update y'all can expect to see on the channel, and maybe even a hint from Rockstar and an official announcement soon, not tomorrow, maybe this week or the next. So if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it down below, and of course if you are new here, we've got new content going up all the time, so feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on to stay on top of all the latest Red Dead Online news and intel, tips and tricks, leaks, and all things of that nature. First off, this intel is coming from Jeff or Two Smoking Barrels. He hit me up linking two individual screenshots of decompiled game code which reference MP007, which is the next update coming to Red Dead Online. We've been talking about MP007 over the last week or so, and how this is the official codename Rockstar has given this update, as Moonshiners was MP006, Frontier Pursuits was MP005. But back to topic here, we can see two major chunks of content coming into Red Dead Online very soon. Again, major shout out to Jeff or Two Smoking Barrels. Let's jump into this news and intel. First, what we can see are new dynamic events and new legendary animals. Let's talk about the dynamic events first, and then we'll jump into these legendary animals here. We can see a few of these. We can see Unpaid Debt, Locked Safe, Sick Horse, Trapped Wagon, Suspension Trap, Slumped Hunter, and Crashed Wagon. At the time, this is all we can see from these dynamic events. We don't know if there are more coming into the game, but these are going to be similar to the rescues, the ambushes, all those things you see out in the open world when you're not necessarily embarked on a bounty hunt or a stranger mission or anything else. You may see these settlers, like what we've seen so far in the game are like those runaway wagons where the lady's screaming and the wagon like crashes into a river or something. That is the type of dynamic event that we're going to be seeing here. We have 7 individual ones, and I'm sure these may not be the only ones. We may have even more that aren't necessarily listed here, so this is amazing intel to be seeing. And then also coming up in MP007, legendary animals. We could see a legendary bear, a legendary cougar, a legendary boar, a legendary fox, legendary wolf, legendary beaver, legendary coyote, and a legendary alligator. So 8 legendary animals coming in the next Red Dead Online update. This is also confirmed by Rockstar Games insider TezFun2. We will be talking about that very shortly as well. We had 10 legendary bounties released in the game with Frontier Pursuits, and it's expected we're going to see more of these as well, but we have some news on that later. So let's circle back around. That is some of the newest intel coming into the game. Now, we also can take a look at Windows PowerShell here, decompiled game code of Red Dead Online using Open4, and we can see a lot of stuff here. I will basically just leave this image on screen that you guys can see, but some of the stuff that catches my eye are like the Rhodes donkeys, and then also if you scroll down to the bottom, you could see that we have a shooting range coming into the game. We don't necessarily have one right now, but Rockstar talked about in an interview with Polygon on February 5th that we have new communal spaces coming to Red Dead Online, and perhaps the shooting range could be one of these. Cowboys and cowgirls can go to this shooting range, test out their weapons, test out their skills without necessarily engaging in PvP. It's just a communal hub that we can all own a piece of and hang out together, show off our new gear that we got in the open world and things like that. These are just some decompiled pieces of game code here, but this was interesting. So I tweeted this out last night, and I said I was linked these screenshots in my recent video. MP007, the next update, appears to have legendary animals. Apparently found this in the code using Open4. Can anyone verify the legitimacy of this? And we have a bunch of conversation going on in this thread if you guys would like to get involved, but I don't know what the Open4 user interface looks like, right? So anyone can go up and type in Notepad, paint the canvas background in navy blue, type the stuff up, and poof, it looks like a leak from the game code for the next Red Dead Online update, which is MP007. But the amazing thing is that this was confirmed this morning by TezFun2, and if this was fake, he probably would have ignored this post entirely, but he did respond and said, yes, it's legit. So this is basically confirmed. We have legendary animals and these new dynamic events coming in the Red Dead Online update that's coming next. Again, that update has yet to be officially announced from Rockstar, but we could even see it as early as this week, considering this news is breaking now. And, you know, it's only a matter of time until everyone who's active in the community knows about this stuff. So it's probably time that we get something very shortly here. But, well, we have more discussion between Tezfun and Silent Core as well. Silent Core is talking about these same legendary animals found in the game files and if this is real or not. And Tezfun 2 says yes. In the second image, it lists 8 legendary animals located, but there are supposed to be 10 legendary animals, just like the legendary bounties. I'm assuming the photographer role will be similar to the bounty hunter. You can look for animals around you, and the payout would depend on the animal quality, or you could go after legendary animals for a higher payout. So that's a way the photographer role could fit into the game, which I didn't necessarily see. Like, we have these standard tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 bounties that you can earn gold, money, and XP from, but then you also have the drip-fed legendary bounties in Red Dead Online, which are the higher class targets, and we've wanted legendary animals. This is definitely fan feedback. Rockstar implemented these legendary animals, or are implementing these legendary animals, in response to people seeing the legendary bounties and saying, hey, legendary bounties were from Bounty Hunter, you have the weekly collections for Collector, where is the special trader weekly drip feed content, which would be something like legendary animals, right? And it appears that we are going to be getting this now, so this is amazing news. But back to what Tezfun is saying here, it seems like we're gonna have this photographer role, right? That's been kind of the supposed leaked role so far, the naturalist, the photographer. We've been following this story on the channel here for a couple months, and now it's all kind of coming to a head. So we know we have the photographer role, we're gonna be taking photos, we have communal spaces, which could be kind of what that shooting range in the decompiled game code is referring to that we showed earlier. And now we have these legendary animals. We could see 8, we could see 10, we could possibly even see more. Who knows? Tez thinks there's going to be 10. What we could see currently is 8. I'm wondering what the other 2 animals are going to be if we are in fact getting 10 legendary animals. But it seems like we're going to be having any type of random animal that you can go after, take a photo of, or maybe you go to a certain location and take a photo of something. And then if you would like to go after a legendary animal to either take a photo of it or actually hunt and kill it, we could be going after these legendary animals in that sense. So that's a really interesting way to see these implemented into the game. Either way, I know it's been a dry period for Red Dead Online, but it's clear that Rockstar is doing this because the fans have asked for it. A lot of people, I'm sure, have submitted feedback to Rockstar Games, and if you guys haven't done that, I'd highly suggest you submit your own feedback to see if it can get implemented into the game. Moonshiners, as buggy of an update as it was, we did get a lot of fan feedback content added into the game. The Moonshiner role as a whole was pretty much fan feedback. Rockstar never mentioned it themselves, but fans wanted a Moonshiner role. They wanted to be a bootlegger, and that was implemented as the next role into the game. Fans wanted the Husky as their camp dog, like myself. When we had Frontier Pursuits release, we had access to 3 dogs, but we didn't have the Husky, and everyone was wondering where it was. Well, with the Moonshiners DLC in the Outlaw Pass, we got the Husky unlocked at level 90 in the Outlaw Pass, so you could have the Husky dog at your camp. These legendary animals are another response just like that. This is going to make the community very happy, and again, it's only a matter of time until we find out everything coming in the next update from Rockstar. But so far, legendary animals and new dynamic events and new random events are confirmed to be coming in this next update. With that being said, that is what I have for you guys here today, and we're going to wrap up today's video right there. I'd love to hear what you think of all we had to discuss down in the comments. Legendary animals, new dynamic events, and possibly even a lot more judging by the decompiled game code. This is an exciting time to be a Red Dead Online player, and now it's really only a matter of time until we find out everything that Rockstar has on store for us here in game. So this is going to be very exciting. Legendary animals, I really can't stop thinking about it because that's what made the story very special to me, is the ability to go after these high profile animals to take down. And it was kind of creepy too, like the legendary alligator in the story mode. That thing ran so fast you really couldn't run away from it. Maybe if you hopped on your horse you could get away, but I remember the first time I tried taking down the legendary alligator in the story, I didn't know it would have so much health, and I didn't know it would run so fast. So I only took a few shots at it and I was like, oh, it's not dying to 2 bolt action rifle headshots. I guess I need to keep shooting it more. The thing ran over to me, bit me, and I died, and I needed to go back a few days later in game to actually take it out. So if we can see legendary animals to the caliber of the single player in the online, then I think we're in for a very special treat. Who knows if we're gonna see tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 just like we see with the legendary bounties in online, or if there's only going to be 1 difficulty level, and these legendary animals, no matter what type of player you are going to be very difficult to take down. Maybe need to jump jump in with a posse. Who knows? This is all information we're going to be finding out in the next couple days to couple of weeks here. It's been almost 4 months since the Moonshiners update in Red Dead Online has released, and we had to wait 4 months from the May 14th spring update to the September 10th summer update, or the Frontier Pursuits update. And so if we have to wait any longer, this will be the longest time the community, the Red Dead Online community that is, has had to wait for new content from Rockstar Games in Red Dead. And that is why I think we're going to be hearing stuff very soon. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on the newswire. Again, tomorrow we have a brand new weekly content update here in Red Dead Online. Name Your Weapon is being introduced, and probably a little bit more news on what's to come here. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it down below. And of course, if you are new here and want to stay up to date with the latest Red Dead news and intel, updates, leaks, tips and tricks, and everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. As always, my social media like Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram can be found below in the description. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.